Hello everyone, welcome back to Gent Watches, and today we are going to be continuing with Yofkashu no Uta, which is Call of the Night. This will be episode 4. I forgot to take out my book of notes because I am just very unprepared, but last time I do remember there was a kiss. It was kind of a kiss. It was more her drinking blood out of his mouth. Which if you clicked on this video not knowing what the show is for some reason would sound strange, but there's no reason anyone would be there like that. But yeah, it was a strange kiss scene, but it was a kiss scene nonetheless. So the relationship is moving forward quickly. And so yeah, we are going to be getting into episode 4 of this. If you haven't been here since, if you haven't been on the channel since the last time I put out an episode of Call of the Night, then you might not know that I have a Patreon now. So if you want to watch full-length reactions to all the shows, including this show, it's very easy to do. You can just go and subscribe to my Patreon. Link is in the description below. There's full-length reactions to other shows that I'm doing: Death Note, One Piece, Call of the Night, which is this one. Classroom of the Elite is what I meant to say. Yeah. Bunch of shows, Aoashi. So these sort of shows you can get full-length reactions to, and the shows like Death Note and One Piece that are like older shows that I'm catching up on, it will also be early access full-length, which means it's one episode ahead. So if you watch my episode 1 of One Piece and you really liked it, you can go to my Patreon and watch episode 2 of One Piece right now before it even comes out on YouTube. So super useful. If you want to do that, you can go and check that out in the description below. We're going to get into episode 4 of this show. I'm so excited because I have really genuinely been enjoying the show. I've been loving the music. I've been listening to Creepy Nuts like quite a lot over this past few weeks. It's been like blasting in my car every once in a while because I really like them, and this show is 100% of the reason I found them. So I am super excited to continue this. I mean, I know we're probably not gonna get any new Creepy Nut songs anymore, or any like different ones. I assume it's just gonna be like the 3 basically that we've heard on repeat, but that's okay because they are 3 banger songs. So let's get into episode 4, Yofukashi no Uta. Here we go. This is interesting. We're kind of seeing Akira being quite similar to I forgot our protagonist's name. Aww. Aww. That was a very sad and cute cold open. Ko is our protagonist's name. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Nope. Aw, look at her. She sure did. These damn drunks. Oh my god, guys. Really? Well, that's up to you. It's not quite that simple. That was like an Ash Ketchum getting ready to throw a Pokeball pose. Not quite, I don't think, my man. Oh my gosh. The sound! Oh, the sound! It's like a kettle. think it's just nerves, bro. Oh yeah, lust. That's a good description of it. You were horny. You weren't in love. Oh, great. That's great. That art style. That was so funny. Don't tell him that. He'll go kiss her. What's her name? I already forgot it. Akira, right? That would be funny and awkward and entertaining if he tried to kiss Akira because he thought that's what friends do. I feel like that's what's gonna happen, but maybe not. I mean, we're getting some real Akira focus. Are they playing a game? Yeah, they are. Street Fighter. Wow. Wow, that is a crazy advertisement. It had the Capcom logo and everything. He's just horny. Doki Doki Sewing Club? What? Is that a Doki Doki Literature Club reference? I wouldn't say that if it wasn't called Doki Doki Sewing Club. I would just think it's a regular... That's crazy, because that's Western media they're referencing, if that's the case. Because that looks like Yuri. The music kind of sounds like DDLC as well. So, yeah. Yuri, Natsuki, and Sayuri. This is great, we're just watching them play a dating sim. It is wholesome. She... That's what I love, just pushing it further and further. Poor Akira! Oh my god. Oh my god. This is such an odd relationship. Ah! She did a real punch there. Is he going to? Ah, poor Akira. She's trying so hard to be supportive of her friend. Oh no. Here it is. Oh, Nazuna's actually trying to stop him. I love Akira, look at her. Hope you have your alarm set on your phone or something, just in case. Yeah, put them down near her hand. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love her. Oh, she is awesome. Oh, I don't know, rain's pretty relaxing. Oh, she missed it. I said to set an alarm. Oh my god. I'm gonna sleep well tonight because I'm satisfied with my day after watching that episode. That was amazing. Well, hey, I think if there's one reason to get the full length from my Patreon of this video, it's so that you can jam out with me during the ED and OP, because man, that makes me jam out. It's so good. And another reason is because I was just so happy this whole episode. I'm just very satisfied with this show. I'm very satisfied with it. It's so entertaining and cute and funny. And it's such a weird relationship, but it sort of just, you know, like I kind of forget about how weird it is when I'm watching it, because it's just like so wholesome, and like it's weird that it's like a love show but the characters aren't in love, or at least the two main characters aren't. They just want to be, or at least one wants to be. It's such a unique concept, and I think I've said that in the past few episodes as well, but it's just every single episode it just makes me really come to terms with that fact about how unique it is to watch characters doing couple stuff because they're trying to get closer to one another, and getting closer to one another with the intention of falling in love is such a different goal, I think, and it's so fun. It's such a fun dynamic. So like, and that would be fun even without the vampire stuff. The vampire stuff just makes it a little bit more fun, you know? Yeah, so they went into like lust versus love stuff here, which is interesting, because that just means, yeah, you can't just turn into a vampire if you're full of lust. You have to turn into a vampire if you're full of love. It does make me think, because Nazuna is a vampire. So I thought in the previous episode that the implication then was that she had fallen in love with someone. And that is why she's a vampire, because she got bit by a vampire who she fell in love with. It does make me think now that it's a little bit of a strange way to create offspring, because a lot of the time, if you've got a relationship like these two have, where you fall in love with a vampire and then you drink their blood, at that point you would kind of feel like you've got an exclusive relationship. But actually, if vampires drink other vampires' blood, is that worth it, or is that kind of crappy blood at that point? Because then, if that's the case, then maybe if Ko turns into a vampire, his blood will, forgive the pun, his blood will suck at that point, you know? I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I didn't think about that. Because then that would require the vampire to then, both vampires then to go seek out other people to suck the blood of. But then they're going and finding potential new people that could fall in love with them. So it's like vampires, like, after they turn someone else into a vampire, are they gonna be in this sad place where it's like, well, now that we are in love, our relationship is finished. Like, we've gotten everything we want from one another, but now I'm in love with you, but you don't get my tasty blood anymore because I'm a vampire. I don't know if that's how it works, I'm just guessing. But you don't get my tasty blood anymore, and I'm already a vampire, so I've gotten what I need from you. But now we're in love. But to, like, sustain ourselves and such, we have to go and drink other people's blood, and so we have to go our separate ways. You know, like, is that something that they're gonna cover in this show, I wonder? Like, that actually kind of makes me a little bit sad, and I just thought of that right now. That's not what my note was about on my notepad, but that's interesting. I want to go back and just look at that DDLC parody picture, because I think I am assuming that it is DDLC. Because look, there are a lot of dating sim games, and DDLC is a dating sim. I mean, it's not a dating sim really. It's a horror game, but it's a game that is parodying a lot of dating sims, or homaging a lot of dating sims. But with that being said, I mean, like, first of all, it's called Doki Doki Sewing Club. I don't think there's any other dating sim, at least not off the top of my head, that I can think of that isn't parodying Doki Doki Literature Club, that's called Doki Doki something club. I feel like that is exclusive to DDLC. But if DDLC did take their name from something else, then fine. But that does look a lot like Yuri, doesn't it? That purple one looks like Yuri. She's got pink hair like Natsuki. It's not exactly Natsuki, but she's got pink hair like it, and she's got like the tsundere attitude. And I guess she looks like kind of like Sayori, but not that much. But then they introduced another girl who was just like a green haired girl with braids or something, and she didn't look like Monica at all. So I feel like, you know, I feel like it's actually very possible that in the manga of this was just a random dating sim, and the anime made it Doki Doki. And assuming that this is a Doki Doki Literature Club reference, the music did. In fact, you know what? Even the pink text box with the dots, I think that's a Doki Doki thing. Anyway, the reason I find that interesting, like particularly interesting, is because that's Western media. Like, Japan has billions of dating sims all over, but the dating sim they choose to parody is one that's created by an American man. So that's very interesting and funny if that's the case. In fact, I'm just going to quickly look up a screenshot of Doki Doki Literature Club on my computer, because I just want to see if there's anything else that like is super obviously the same that I've just like missed out on. Okay. I'm opening one. I'm sorry. This is stupid of me. I know I'm taking up time. I'll just get it up quickly. Okay, forgive the weird framing of this. I really can't be bothered doing it better than this. But there you go. Yeah, okay. So looking at the comparison, I mean, yeah, the pink text box, like Natsuki and Yuri and somewhat Sayori. In fact, the hairstyle's pretty similar. She doesn't have a bow or anything. And the fact that she has a tsundere attitude. These two don't look like their attitudes match up, but you know, I think the name is enough to give us that, like, convince us of that. I think that's all we really needed, was the name being Doki Doki Sewing Club or whatever. Okay, all right. So look, it didn't really matter. There was no real point to me doing that whole thing. I just wanted to see the comparison. Okay. Also, I just love Akira. I think she's such a great character. I think it's so interesting. She's a supportive friend. I think she also has, you know, a little bit of a crush on Ko, but at the same time, she's not letting jealousy fuel her. She's very affectionate towards Ko. She's accepting of him, even though what he's doing is super weird. She's still like, you're getting enjoyment out of this, and you know, you two seem happy, so like, who am I to stop you? And I think it's so adorable. I also think, I mean, the whole, like, you can put your hand down, if our hands touch, I don't mind. That whole thing, I think it's cute, whether that's romantic or platonic. I genuinely do. I think friends being affectionate with one another is okay. Like, as long as you're not going, you know, you're not going too far. But like, you know, friends being like, hey, you can touch my hand, like that. There's nothing wrong with that, and I think it's really cute, that sort of thing, whether that's romantic or platonic. I think the implication was that it's, you know, somewhat romantic, but I think it's still adorable regardless. And yeah, and I think especially, you know, for those two, their friendship seems, hang on. Sorry, I'm I'm getting distracted by the Doki Doki picture again because I need to show this properly. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I know this is really dumb to keep getting caught up on this, but this doesn't say Doki Doki. This says Toki Doki. Right? Because that's Do right there. Yeah, that symbol there is Do because you can see the little 2 dashes up there. But there's no 2 dashes above this one, which means this says Toki Doki. I think Toki Doki means sometimes, from my Duolingo Japanese. So this is sometimes sewing club? I'm just assuming that this translation is right, but it might not be. So is that are they making another pun there? Because I'm pretty sure, like, the subtitles, like, turning off the subtitles, yeah, it's not covering anything. So, I think that's just a pun there, like an extra little pun there. That's kind of interesting, I think. I don't know, like, and I wonder if the subtitles, if they were just like, it's not worth trying to translate it more than that, or if the subtitles actually just misread it. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I just keep getting distracted. It doesn't matter. The point is, I love Akira. I think she's a great character. I'm excited about what's happening in this show. I loved this episode. This was great. There was a lot for me to talk about. I also need to go to the bathroom really badly, so I'm going to end this video as quickly as I can. Thank you for watching this video. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Please make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps me out, and if you want to support me even more and want to get full-length and early access to my videos, best way to do that is to go to my Patreon down in the description below and support me. I would really, really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.